Warning, we're going to spoiler. Okay, so spoiler territory now. Yeah. Fucking Mechagodzilla's in this. So really, this is King Kong Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla.
Yeah.
It's not really Kong versus.
Like the main.
Well, no, they do fight. You know.
Yeah, they fight.
And there is a winner.
Sort of.
Godzilla, the Hollow Earth was cool. It makes no sense, like 0 sense in actual science. But who cares? You suspend your disbelief.
Because you're watching giant
Ripley's
monsters fight.
arm can handle the vacuum of space, okay? We suspend our disbelief, alright? It's fine. I had fun with Hollow Earth. I like the Willy Wonka entry into it. There's like this weird light show thing that happens. It's kind of like... It reminded me of the Willy Wonka tunnel, mixed with like the
2000's A Space Odyssey?
Yeah, Space Odyssey, and then also a little bit of the Guardians of the Galaxy when they're jumping from the thing to the thing, and they're all like, "Whoa!" Except with that one's it's funnier because like their face starts like distorting, which I would have enjoyed, although it would have been too weird, I guess.
Yeah, too weird. But
this movie's not that funny, although it's fun, but when more of like a hype fight kind of fun versus like a funny fun.
Like funny fun.
Funny fun, but you know, it's more like you're excited to see the fights and you're like, ooh. And man, dude, the fights in I really enjoyed, out of all the fight scenes, my favorite would have to be the boat battle.
Oh yeah. It's like basically battling on it just I immediately thought I was like, oh, so this just gives me so much of Revenge of the Sith vibes. So you gotta be careful on where they stand.
Yeah,
they could just
there was a lot of like intricacies because Kong's like not the best swimmer or whatever, and then like Godzilla gets him under the water.
Oh yeah, Godzilla's like domain is in the water,
and Godzilla's like, "Bitch, you come with me! It's like,
I'm gonna drag you down like
you're
a crocodile."
Gonna die. And then like the people have to keep saving Kong in various ways by either distracting Godzilla. Although there's this weird thing where like Godzilla just is looking at Kong and the boat. And they sort of like stare each other down, and then Godzilla, and then like they're like, if we turn off all our weapons and everything, Godzilla will leave us alone. And I'm just like, no, he knows Kong's there. Kong's alive. Well, he looked at him in the face.
But then Kong was like, oh shit.
Kong was like, oh no, that would have been funny if like all of a sudden he went, bleh, and then he tried to play possum or something.
Well, I think he closed his eyes, so I think they were going to try to do that.
No, that doesn't count. Maybe he thought he was submitting or something. I don't know, but I just felt like if Godzilla really did have like a kill, like if he really wanted to kill him, he could have just killed him there. And the only reason why he survived was plot convenience. But spoilers: King Ghidorah's head is in this though.
Oh yeah, because in like the last
later after the water fight, they get to Hong Kong, and then there's a lot of stuff with the side character, which is the crazy man, 11, the 11 girl from King of the Monsters, and then this new
guy who's like a friend or something.
Yeah, he feels kind of like the guy from Home Alone. No, the bald guy from Far From Home.
You mean Spider-Man movie?
Yeah, he feels like that friend, but less funny. Yeah, and he doesn't really have a
I immediately recognized him from was like Deadpool because he was like Flame Fist or Fire Fist.
Oh, that is Fire Fist, isn't it?
I was trying to.
I didn't realize that was the Fire Fist guy. Oops, sorry.
It's like I knew it was him because I heard the accent. And I'm like, oh,
yeah, he just seemed kind of like a punk kid, and I thought maybe he'd be like a hacker again, like Far From Home, and he'd be important to the plot. No. Final thoughts with the spoiler. The best parts of this movie are where Kong is running around doing stuff with this little girl.
Oh yeah, by the way,
we didn't even talk about the little girl.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh no. Okay, we got to be more organized.
Yeah, I know, it's fine. We can just like edit this no matter what.
Okay, real quick run through. Most important parts of the movie: Kong, this little girl, they have like this really cool bond, and they talk sign language to each other.
Because the girl is deaf.
Yeah, the girl is yeah, but that way she knows sign. Anyway, we're going with that. Kong, this little girl, they're good friends, and they can talk to each other. So they got like that small child, big monster dynamic, like in all the other,
like in Godzilla.
Yeah, but in this one, it makes sense. You know, the kid's like lonely. She wants to make friends with Godzilla and everything, or not Godzilla. Wants to make friends with King Kong and everything, and Kong's lonely because his island basically got destroyed.
Yeah,
not because of humans, but because the storm that surrounded it just got bigger.
Yeah,
apparently, and
I think I don't know. Maybe they did that only for the reason that Kong wants to get out of there now. I guess.
No, they did that so they can have Kong go to the Hollow Earth.
That's true. That's true.
At the end, Kong, or not at the end, but like halfway through, he goes to Hollow Earth. And then in Hollow Earth, there's like this weird King Kong kingdom? I know we're jumping a bit. Yeah. But after the boat battle, there's this Hollow Earth scene where they go to Hollow Earth and Kong jumps in. And then they go to like this weird place. It's just like mountains on top and mountains on bottom. And
it really reminded me like in Halo, when you go inside the Shield world.
It definitely feels like a Shield world kind of thing. Yeah. But yeah, so there's this like Kong Kingdom, and there's actually like, if you look around, you can see some Godzilla bones and some Kong bones,
and like you'll see a statue sometime.
Yeah, and that was
hand
cool to an extent.
It was interesting, but they never really expanded upon it.
Yeah, it was more scenery and background, but it was cool because it's like, well, you know, it looks really cool, but it's kind of weird also because it's like, wait, so is there Monkey Society?
Yeah. I guess now people really want to return to Monkey.
It's like, is there Monkey Society? What? Huh? There's Kong Kingdom? I thought he was just a giant monkey. What is going on? Or not monkey, but, you know. I'm saying monkey for the sake of other people. But, because everyone just says monkey. I know Kong's supposed to be a gorilla. Although, anatomy-wise...
now.
Yeah, basically, he looks like a person. He doesn't even look like a... Whatever it is.
Either way.
Not important. Yeah, so there's Kong Society. And then Godzilla, at the top part, he's like attacking where Mechagodzilla is because he figured out where Mechagodzilla is.
It seems like, like anytime Mechagodzilla is like being activated or something, he always can sense it because I guess it's using the.
That's why Godzilla's attacking humanity too.
Yeah, because then he knows that they're making Mechagodzilla,
which is weird. Well, I think it's
because with the eye and stuff, I think they're using other monster bits, you know, and I think it's also because like they're using the waves, like in the
alpha signal
or whatever.
You think they could just have it turn it off or something, but I don't know.
It seems like, I guess it's implied that it's got a mind of its own. But either way, like, again.
Also, yeah, like, after Kong finds Monkey Society, he finds an axe there.
Yeah,
which is made out of, like, the bones of a Godzilla person that, like someone killed Godzilla, not him, but you know, another Godzilla.
Yeah, and
then made a axe out of his bones and his back spike, and used that to power Monkey Society. I guess I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. So then Godzilla feels that Kong got the axe somehow.
Yeah, like he somehow knows.
There's this big light show, and then there's like a Godzilla symbol on the floor, and main Godzilla, or big boy, is like, motherfucker, like he just knows.
It's like if Kong,
I don't know how he knows.
It's like if Kong broke into his house and he got a notification on his phone saying, "Hey, someone broke into your house."
But it's not Godzilla's house.
I know it's not.
It's Kong's family house. But anyway.
It's like somehow
not important. What happens is Godzilla knows that Kong's there, so then Godzilla just powers up and, you know, gets ready to shoot his beam, and then he just shoots his beam straight down into the floor. And then everybody in the story is kind of like,
why is he
doing that? But, us watching the story are like, he knows.
He's he's just going to burn a hole all the way down. He's going to
burn a hole all the way to Hollow Earth and just try to blow up.
Like, I know you're down there.
I know you're down there, motherfucker. I know you're down there. So he just shoots this hole straight through the earth, which I think is probably the most overpowered Godzilla blast ever.
Oh yeah.
So Death Battle's gonna have like fucking all.
Apparently he can burn. Well,
burn through half of the Earth. In one blast, like just one.
Well, actually, they did say like that they're drawing power from the core, which is like the core of the Earth or whatever.
Well, they don't really. They just say he's drawing power from the Ex Machina. Or from the MacGuffin.
Yeah.
And then speaking of which,
from the unattainable.
Yeah. The super MacGuffin axe just come out of nowhere.
Yeah, and apparently it's a key?
It's a key? I don't know. It's so weird. You just place it on this little keyhole that's in the shape of an axe. Okay, we gotta finish this up.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Godzilla blasts this super hole to the core of the Earth. And then he looks down and he's like, bitch, I know you're there. And Kong's like, well, yeah, I'm coming.
Like, I'm coming for you.
He takes the axe and then, before jumping in the hole, crushes that girl.
Oh, yeah, we didn't even mention her.
Well, because she's so unimportant.
Yeah.
That she just decides to shoot Kong as she's escaping.
Because she's like, oh, yeah.
She's like, shoot him! And they're like, okay. And they just
not even like, okay, just like...
Yeah, anyway, we gotta end this. But, yeah, so she does something stupid, gets crushed. And Kong is just sort of like, and it's not even dramatic. It's just sort of, and he drops it. Like, and then Kong jumps through the hole, and then other people follow, and Kong gets up to the surface, and then him and Godzilla have this like really cool fight where it's actually Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah,
and it's like back and forth. My big problem with it though is that they're no longer giant monsters at this point. They feel more like if a monkey was fighting a velociraptor. They were moving fast. Godzilla was like, poof. He was going really quick versus like the other movies where he's kind of like, roar.
It's like, boom. The thing about
like you feel the weight with Godzilla 2014.
Like
you feel the size, the scope, and the weight. While in this one, you don't really feel it as much.
Well, it's like, I'll explain it. And like, it's like the other ones you feel like it's Pacific Rim. You feel the weight, you feel the movement, you feel everything. Everything is kind of slow. Well, on this one, it's basically just a Power Rangers mecha suit fight where they're like fast and they got the tiny little cities around their feet, and then they're
it's more like a jungle gym than like tiny little city. Because they're like jumping on the buildings, and then like Kong gets on top of one. He's like, oh! After Godzilla like breaks it down, he's like, bah! And he blasts like half it off, and Godzilla's like, oh! Or Kong's like, oh! And he falls. Yeah. And then there's like a smoke cloud, and then they're both like, whoa! They Homer Simpson back into the smoke. But yeah, and then Godzilla does the same thing, and then they jump at each other later. It's just a good fight, but basically like they fight that time, and then Kong gets a good hit in, but at the end of the day, Godzilla just kicks his ass.
Oh yeah, because it's just like...
Godzilla's like, submit! And Kong's like, no!
And he's just like, oh...
And then he just sort of falls over and dies.
Well, he's dying.
No, he basically dies. Yeah, so what happens is Kong basically falls over and starts to die. And then Godzilla goes away trying to look for Mechagodzilla. Like, okay, I'm gonna kill this Mechagodzilla.
I'm gonna kill this imposter.
Yeah, but then freaking
he's acting sus.
Yeah, super sus.
Oh yeah.
But then Kong the little girl comes to Kong, and with the help of the two people that were helping her, they're like scientists. They're important to the story, but like not super important. They're just sort of like the people. But anyway, they use some device to basically like
restart his
heart, and he comes back to life. And then Kong's like, he gets up and he's still injured. And he's like, "Rawr! All right, let's do this!" And he like psychs himself up, and his like his shoulder's dislocated, so he's like, "Kabah!" Smacks into a building, and then goes, "Kink!" You hear the little crack, and he's like, "Yeah!" And he even does like a boxing pose. It's so funny.
Yeah, I like
it's so funny.
This movie's ridiculous,
but it's not ridiculous to the point where it's like, well, this is just stupid.
No, but it's ridiculous to the point where it's just like, yeah,
you're like, yeah, you get hyped. You really do get hyped.
Like, yeah, let's do this.
Let's fucking do it. And then the final battle with Kong, Mechagodzilla, and Godzilla. That part was cool too.
Yeah,
it's like, they're fighting it out, and Kong's also like trying to rip his face off, and Godzilla's like, or Mechagodzilla's trying to like blast through Godzilla's
which is like he did.
And apparently Mechagodzilla's blast is stronger than Godzilla's blast.
Well, because like Oh
yeah. No, they have a blast off.
Well,
and then Mechagodzilla's like, "Fuck you," and then
that's mainly because like, oh, he's tired.
Yeah, it could be just Godzilla's tired after doing the super planet blowing up Mega Blast.
Yeah,
because just half of the Earth just boom.
Nah, because they even established that because after a fight or two he has to recharge.
Yeah. So he's probably tired. Otherwise, he probably would have totally destroyed Mechagodzilla. But Mechagodzilla is just kicking all the butt until Kong comes in and just like, well, now it's 2 against 1. So
yeah,
but it ends with. Long story short, do watch it. But long story short, Godzilla or Kong. Who kills him? Kong, right?
Kong kills him because Godzilla's like, I'm going to supercharge your axe. By the way, his axe.
Oh yeah. There's this part where like Kong's pinned down. He's like, I gotta beat him. And then Godzilla's like, okay, but and he like gives the power to King Kong's axe, and Kong's like,
it's like, it's supercharged now.
And then he just starts chopping off all of
apparently when it's supercharged, it's got like a +4 to sharpness or whatever.
Or something, I don't know.
Because it cuts through that metal like crazy.
Well, it was still cool though.
Yeah, it was still cool.
It was super cool. It's just, I don't know. Maybe that's why the size part wouldn't work anymore. Because of how fast these monsters need to go, but I don't know. I just miss it. I miss like the epicness and the weight of the older ones.
Yeah.
Well, this one, it's just cool in a different kind of way.
Yeah.
It's like if it was like Thanos versus Thor, and they just replaced the monkey with Thanos being Mechagodzilla, and they were like normal sized, it'd be perfect. And I'd be like, well, that makes perfect sense. You know?
Yeah.
I would have no complaints. But because they're giant monsters.
Come off.
But because they're giant monsters the size of skyscrapers, or almost the size, they're a little shorter, but yeah, like that big monsters, you feel kind of like, well, how are they not just like blowing up everything by just moving? Which they showed that they do earlier. Like just freaking Godzilla just walks through a town, and then all of a sudden tidal waves come in and people get like, oh. But yeah, I don't know.
That was like
it just if they hadn't pre-established the slow motion, like the slow moving in the earlier Godzilla movies, this one wouldn't be as distracting. But because it is technically in the same universe, it distracts me.
Yeah, I think.
But that might just be me. I don't know. Honestly, when I was watching, I wasn't that distracted. But I mean, I was in the back of my head going like, "This is so dumb. This is so."
I'm just like, this is dumb,
so
but
dumb.
I'm having fun.
I mean, it's fun.
It's like watching those old action movies. Just like the story makes.
Like True Lies. It reminds me a lot of like True Lies style cinema.
Like, this doesn't make any sense.
It's so stupid.
That is.
But it's so funny. It's so funny. The True Lies scene with the. Never mind. I won't go into True Lies, but
yeah,
that's what it reminds me.
I'd still give it like still 7 though.
It definitely reminds me of like a 90s to. Yeah, like a 90s action film kind of feel. At moments. At least with the fighting parts. So it's got like that American style action film, but it's also giant monsters, so yeah. Anyway, so long story short, I'd rate it still same rating, 9.5 or 6.9.
6.9.
Like a high, well, more like a 6.8 really, but like a high 6. Like I give it like a passing 6.
I'd still give it.
It passes as a good movie, but I think like it could have been better. Like it could have been. It could have been a lot better.
Yeah, I feel like it still could have been better, but it was still serviceable for me to be like, oh, that's just cool. I'll maybe you watch it, but that's not like a guarantee.
Yeah. Definitely a popcorn film. You want to just have some popcorn, watch a movie?
Yeah.
This is probably you got to watch the other ones. If you want to have a movie marathon, watch the other ones and then watch this one. Maybe skip the first Godzilla, but because tonally it's very different. But
yeah, tonally it's very different, but it's still cool.
Oh yeah, no, I actually, I give the original Godzilla. I don't want to give it a rating, but I'd watch that one over this one. No offense, but Bryan Cranston. Anyway, thank you guys all for watching. That is our review for Mechagodzilla. We're probably gonna do more of these because I like them, and you guys actually seem to watch them a bit more. So yeah,
and like there are other movies that are coming out, like with
Oh, Mortal Kombat. Next one will be Mortal Kombat. Oh, the next big one is Mortal Kombat.
Next big one. So if you guys want us to review any other movies,
actually,
say so.
In the comments below, if you guys want some movies and you want to know our opinions on them or anything, just let me know.
Yeah, I could. We just
write down in the comment a movie that you think that you'd like to see.
Yeah,
and I will look into it.
We'll look into it and we'll see if we can watch it. And
yeah.
All right, so I'm open to new experiences.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, peace.
Peace out.
Return to Monkey!
Oh, dude, seriously, why?
Because I'm Kong. I'm gonna kill you with an axe.
Alright, then I've got a gun.
Doctor